Do you have a young puppy? Is it full of energy? I thought so. A lot of puppies are really curious and bundles of energy. Unfortunately, if we don't give them appropriate outlets for that energy, we're more likely to see undesired behavior like barking and chewing. But not all exercise is safe for puppies. There's a lot of things we can do with them when they're older that aren't great fits for their growing bodies. Today, I'm joined with Puppy Tango, and we're gonna show you some puppy-safe exercises that you can do at home. And the great part is that this works the brain and the body, combines training, fitness, exercise, and socialization. Let's take a look.
To get started, make sure that you grab some yummy treats and head to an area where the puppy will have some traction. We don't want the puppy slipping and sliding. A yoga mat on hardwood floor or rugs or carpets work well for this. To begin, I make sure the puppy is warmed up and can follow a food lure. I place a treat in front of the puppy's nose and slowly move my hand, making sure that the puppy can follow this piece of food. I click the behavior of follow to tell the puppy that's what I'm looking for, and then relinquish the treat after the click. The first exercise that we're going to do is commonly called puppy push-ups. I use the treat and lure the puppy into a sit, click and deliver the treat, and then use that food again to lure the puppy into a down position, clicking and treating. I lure the puppy back up into a sit and back into a down before I take a treat, say get it, and allow the puppy to chase the cookie. By moving up and down from sit to down repetitions, not only are you working the dog's brain and starting the foundations for sit and down, but you're also working the dog's body. I make sure to not use any verbal cues. While this is how I generally start the behaviors of teaching sit and down, the purpose of this exercise is for fitness, not for teaching sits and downs. So I avoid using my verbal cues to make sure that I don't poison them. After a few repetitions, that release treat is important to help reset the puppy and give them a break. This is a workout for them and their growing bodies. If your puppy gets stuck in a position and is unable to follow the lure, move your hand slower so that the puppy can follow it easily, or toss a reset cookie and start again from scratch. The second exercise we're going to work on is teaching spins. Working on following a food lure in a circle not only is a great way to start teaching the trick, but it's a really great exercise for stretching out the body and working on proprioception. The dog starts to move around in a circle and starts to figure out where that rear end is. Move the treat slow and be sure to lift it high enough over the puppy's head that they can easily follow it in a smooth circle. I click once the circle is complete and then release the treat. Make sure that you practice this exercise in both ways. We want to make sure that we're building that body awareness in both directions equally. So for 3 repetitions clockwise, make sure you follow that with 3 circles counterclockwise. If your puppy begins to offer you a different behavior besides following the food lure, it might indicate that the food lure is moving too quickly in a circle. Try tossing a treat away and say, get it, to allow the puppy to chase the cookie. Then use that reset as an opportunity to make your directions a little more clear by moving that food lure a bit slower. Our third and final exercise is sit and stand repetitions. This is great, again, not only for teaching foundations of sit and stand, but it also builds muscle safely in the rear end. The puppy has to push up out of that sit into the stand position, working their legs and core. While sits and downs are often in early skill sets for many puppies, a stand is not. So don't be surprised if that's a little bit harder for your puppy. You can make silly noises, show them the cookie in an open hand, and even move that treat hand a bit further out in front of them to encourage them to jump up into that stand. Be sure to capture the stand with a click, and after a few repetitions, you'll see the exercise begin to get easier for your puppy. Just like with the other 2 exercises, I like to toss a treat away and say, get it, and allow the puppy to chase the treat. Not only does this give the puppy a bit of a break from the exercise, but it also allows you time as a handler to get more treats in your hand and help you prepare. The motion also helps keep the exercise interesting for the puppy so that they can stay engaged and not become bored. Remember that you want to do just a few minutes of these exercises at a time, focusing on 2 to 3 minutes with a short play break in between.
All right, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. If you're raising a puppy and need more puppy-specific help, check out this playlist right here, which goes over some common puppy problems and some solutions for it. If you liked this video, oh my goodness, be sure to hit like and subscribe so we can stay in touch and you won't miss our next video.